So the pancreas creates the enzymes to help your body break down. Your pancreas is insufficient, so now you have to take enzymes this way to help your body break down the food. But if your pancreas was working, it would do this. The other thing the pancreas does is produce insulin. When you eat regular food, I don't care what you eating, pudding, this is a 6-carbon molecule. Glucose is too big to get into the cell. It cannot get in. So if this was a cell, it can't get in. It cannot get in to metabolize and create energy. It needs insulin to get. Once it get insulin, it can get in the cell. It can be burnt off, and it can. You don't have insulin right now because insulin is produced from the pancreas. Your pancreas is not working that well. So because you don't have the insulin, all that glucose you're eating is just forming on the outside of the cell. That's your triglyceride. That's the number that's 1,000 that everybody else should be up under 150. So your number is 10 times over the normal limit because your pancreas is not working.
Should I start exercising or should I call the doctor to say I need a beta blocker?
You got to stop drinking alcohol. Okay. Number one. You got to stop. Like, even if you get to a place where you maybe can start incorporating alcohol, you got to get to a place where your pancreas is working. Your pancreas is showing all the signs of insufficiency. Okay. And so that's what's guided by the numbers through your blood test. So like I said, it's really, really scary because you're 10 times over the normal limit. I've normally, when Craig may be 200, 300, that shows you that he's not managing his diet well. You're at 1,000, 1,100. That's more than just eating. Because if it was just what you're eating, you would be this fat. It's not what you're eating. It's because you're not producing, it's your drinking. So it's because you're drinking too much alcohol. The other number is your LDL. It's associated with being the bad cholesterol because it takes those glucose that's floating out here because they can't go inside because you don't have insulin, and it's going to pocket it into your tissues. So it is going to make you fat because you got too much extra glucose from everything you're eating. It doesn't matter if you're eating a protein, a carb, a fat. Everything you're eating is not being broken down because the things that break it down is from the pancreas. Okay. That's why I said you need to eat this. You need to take one of these with everything you're eating. Okay. And because you don't have pancreatic function. Rovastatin is going to help decrease the yellow that was around that artery that I just showed you. Okay. This is going, but there is research that it does not optimize your mortality rate. So it's not going to save your life. And in real life, I have an alternative for this, which is red yeast rice. But right now, what you need to do to get your risk down of not having a stroke, not having a heart attack, you need to burn off the excess triglycerides that we just saw in your number. The only way of doing that, if you were to starve and go on a fast, your body will use those triglycerides for energy, for talking, for raising your hand. It's going to start to burn those off, but it can't burn those off if you're eating too. Because now you're in overdrive. The other thing you can do is work out. And you should be working out twice as the average, like maybe twice a day. You need to be working out until you get these numbers down. Okay. Because that number is why your cardiovascular risk is up and why you're getting edema in your feet, because your heart is struggling pushing that plaque through the system. You're building that plaque every time you eat and you're not burning those numbers down, the triglycerides. So now